G'day, mate. I'm telling you, I gotta get out of here. Australia's me last hope. It's one of the few places them squirrels haven't taken over yet, you know?
Dagnabbit, Carl, why in tarnation would y'all leave the greatest country on earth? Ain't no place better than the good old USA.
You don't get it, Earl. Them squirrels, they're everywhere here, plotting for world domination. I've been practicing me Aussie accent. Gotta blend in down under, right?
Oh, blimey, Carl. You sound about as Australian as a kangaroo in a top hat. You really think them squirrels are out to get you, mate?
It's no joke, Will. I've seen the signs, read the forums. They're smart, too smart. Australia's me only chance for a peaceful life.
Well, reckon you'll be missing out on the land of the free and the home of the brave. No squirrel's gonna drive me out of Alabama, I tell you.
Oh, come on, Earl. Let's have a spot of tea, shall we? And watch Carl practice G'day, mate 100 times more.
Will, you do realize that Australia and England ain't the same thing, right? You prancing around with that British accent ain't gonna help Carl none.
Laugh all you want, but when the squirrels come for you, don't say I didn't warn you. Australia's got the right idea, keeping their borders safe from these critters.
Borders? More like losing their freedom. Ain't nothing a good old American rifle can't handle, including them squirrels.
And here I thought the biggest threat were those bloody drop bears. Carl, you sure you're not just running away from your problems, old chap?
No, Will, I'm facing them head on. In Australia, I'll be safe, and I can finally live in peace, away from these cunning, furry little beasts.
You're just running away, Carl. Here in the U.S., we stand our ground. We don't run from critters, we face them head on.
Guess it's goodbye, Carl, and hello, Crocodile Dundee. You sure you won't miss us, Governor?
I'll miss you, but survival's me top priority. I've got to do this for me own sanity, fellas.
Sanity? Sounds more like insanity to me. But hey, it's your life, Carl. Good luck with them kangaroos and koalas, mate.
And don't forget to send us a postcard from Down Under, preferably without any squirrel conspiracies, all right?
Will do, mates. I'll be living the dream, squirrel-free. You'll see, I'm making the right move. Cheers.
I tell you, Sweden's nothing but a frosty farce. They parade around like they're the king of the world.
Sweden? That's a place? Thought it was a furniture brand.
Nah, Tonka, it's where PewDiePie's from. But Earl, why the fuss?
Because, Will, they think they're so slick with their fancy public services and their neutral stance. It's all a big snow job.
Snow job? They work with snow there?
She means they're being deceptive, Tonka, I think.
You bet they are. And their cities, Stockholm's nothing but a playground for the pretentious. And don't get me started on their eco-friendly stance. All for show. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Lipstick on a pig? That's just plain silly.
Earl's just going on one of his rants again, Tonka.
It's not a rant, it's the truth. They act all high and mighty, but underneath it's a different story.
So, what's the real story then?
Yeah, Earl, spill it. What's so terrible about PewDiePie land?
It's simple. They're all style, no substance, just a bunch of show-offs. They think they've got all the answers sitting up there in their icy tower. Well, they're just living in a fantasy land.
Fantasyland? Like in a fairy tale?
Earl's fairy tale sounds more like a nightmare.
Exactly. It's a nightmare of pretense and arrogance. I'm done with this topic. Sweden can keep its meatballs and its false pride. I'll stick with the good old USA.
I never knew Sweden was such a big deal.
Yeah, but I still think PewDiePie's all right.
PewDiePie or not, I've said my piece. That's the end of it. Well, y'all listen up. I wrote a little song about our great leader Donald Trump. It's called The Golden President. Asterisk starts strumming his guitar asterisk. Oh, Donald, your hair's so fine. Not orange, but a golden shine.
Earl, are you serious? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And trust me, I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories.
Dude, stop, just stop. You're killing the vibe here. And that guitar playing? It's like listening to a cat fight.
What in the world are you even trying to do, Earl? That song's just embarrassing. It's like you're trying to praise him, but you're just making him look bad.
Y'all just don't understand art. This here's a masterpiece. It shows the beauty of our leaders. Leadership. His suit so fine, not a wrinkle in time, a leader so divine.
Oh, for heaven's sake, that's enough. Earl, you're not making any sense, and it's definitely not art. It's more like a bad joke.
I've seen better performances in a kindergarten play, and trust me, those were pretty bad.
Earl, just put that guitar down. You're not a country star, you're just making a fool of yourself. And of Trump, if that was even possible.
Fine, fine, I see y'all ain't ready for this yet, but mark my words, one day this song's gonna be a hit.
Yeah, a hit on the list of top 10 worst songs ever written. Seriously, Earl, give it a rest.
Let's just get back to our normal lives. I need to check my bubble bucks anyway.
Finally, some peace and quiet. That was worse than listening to nails on a chalkboard. Y'all won't believe what happened at Starbucks. The barista wrote Tonk on my cup. Tonk! Like I'm some sort of toy truck.
No way. Tonk? What did you say to her?
Oh, I gave her a piece of my mind. Called her incompetent, a disgrace to coffee makers everywhere. She just blinked at me, clueless.
Did she apologize at least?
Apologize? She kept saying, it's just a cup. Just a cup. My name's my name. I was boiling like a pot ready to spill over.
So what happened next?
I'll tell you what happened. I decided to teach her a lesson. I reached down into my pants, and guess what?
You're kidding, right?
Tonka, tell me you didn't.
This is getting intense.
Oh, I did. I grabbed a handful of, let's call it revenge.
That's insane!
I've heard of people losing their temper, but this is another level.
What did the barista do?
She screamed. Everyone in Starbucks was staring. I was the queen of the moment. Threw it at her, snatched my coffee, and strutted out.
I can't even imagine the look on her face.
You're one wild cat, Tonka, I'll give you that.
I think I'll stick to making my own coffee at home from now on.
Best decision you'll ever make, Will. Trust me. Nothing beats the satisfaction of standing up for your name, even if it gets a bit messy.
Messy is one word for it.
Ain't no one gonna forget Tonk after this, that's for sure.
Yeah, Tonk, the legend of the Starbucks showdown.
So, I've been thinking, after hearing about Elon's kid's name, AiShow, I'm inspired. I'm gonna name my future kid something just as unique.
That's out there, Tonka. How about Galaxy Brain Crypto King for mine? It's got that tech and trend flair.
Oh, Will, that's just brilliant, trendy, and smart.
Y'all kidding, right? Galaxy Brain what? Sounds like something out of a bad sci-fi movie. And AiShow? Might as well name the poor kid Error 404, name not found.
Lighten up, Earl. We're just embracing the future. Maybe you're just too old-fashioned to get it.
Exactly, our kids will stand out. They'll be the talk of the town.
Talk of the town? More like the butt of every joke down at the bar. Y'all's ideas are about as useful as a screen door on a submarine.
Earl, you're just stuck in the past. Imagine Little Trumpy McTrumpface Jr. Now that's a name for your kid.
We'll go easy on him. Earl's just not ready for such innovative thinking.
Innovative? More like insane. And Trumpy McTrumpface Jr.? Boy, that's the first sensible thing you've said all day. At least it's better than naming your kid after a dang spaceship error code.
It's about vision, Earl. Maybe one day names like XAEA Shrew will be as common as John or Jane.
Right on, Will. We're pioneers.
Pioneers? More like pioneers of nonsense? Y'all are about 2 clowns short of a circus with these names.
Well, at least our circus will be in the future, not stuck in the past like some dusty old museum piece.
Totally, Will. To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond? Lord help these two, they've lost their minds. Next, they'll be naming their kids after emojis or hashtags.
Earl, you've got to help me out. Those squirrels, they're part of a bigger plot. I saw one with a camera, I swear.
A camera, huh? That does sound like a heap of trouble. What you need is something from my special collection.
Are you two out of your minds? Squirrels with cameras? Earl, you can't just arm Carl for his delusions.
Seriously, Earl, think about the consequences. You're playing into Carl's paranoia.
It's not paranoia if they're really out to get you, and they are, I'm telling you.
I don't know, Carl. Maybe Tonka and Will have a point. We don't want any accidents.
Accidents? I'm talking about self-defense here. You know what? Forget the gun. I'll just set up traps.
Traps? That's even worse. You're going to hurt someone, Carl.
Maybe we should call someone, like a professional, to check the squirrels.
Professionals are part of the conspiracy. I've got to handle this myself.
All right, let's all just take a breath, Carl. If you're set on this, I'll help you with the traps, but safely.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Earl, you're encouraging him.
No, he's helping me protect us. You'll thank me when we uncover the truth about these squirrels.
This is insane. I'm going to make sure those traps are humane. We're not hurting any animals.
Agreed. Let's do this the right way, Carl.
I'm watching all of you. One wrong move, and I'm calling the authorities.
Fine. Let's get to work. And you'll see, I'm not crazy. Those squirrels are up to something big.
Guys, you won't believe the latest titles my AI just generated. The Naughty Networker and Cryptic Seductions. Revolutionary, right?
Revolutionary? More like revolting. This is getting out of hand, Will.
Seriously, Will, this is just vulgar. What happened to creating something meaningful?
You're not seeing the bigger picture. It's bold, it's fresh, it's what people want.
What people? Perverts? I don't want no part of this filth in my home.
It's not just filthy, it's embarrassing. Imagine what people will think of us if this gets out.
Oh, come on. You're all just too conservative. This is art.
Art, this is trash, Will, and it's not even original trash. It's like every bad internet joke rolled into one.
I reckon we need to shut this thing down before it does any more damage.
You can't shut down progress, Earl. This AI is my masterpiece.
A masterpiece of garbage, maybe. I'm with Earl, we need to stop this now.
Fine, try and stop me, but I'm taking this to the next level with or without you.
There's no next level to this madness, Will. You're just digging a deeper hole.
We ain't letting you drag us down with you. This ends now.
Agreed. It's time for an intervention. You need help, Will.
Intervention? This is censorship. You're stifling my creativity.
It's not creativity, it's a crisis. We're worried about you, Will.
Yeah, worried you've lost your dang mind. This AI has to go.
You'll regret this. My AI is going to change the world.
The only thing it's changing is our opinion of you. For the worse.
We're doing this for your own good, Will. Please see reason?
It's time to pull the plug on this nonsense.
You're all going to see. I'll prove that my AI is a genius. Just you wait. I can't believe it. That tea with MILF guy in League of Legends is the biggest joke of a player I've ever seen. He's so bad I'd rather play with a blindfold on than have him on my team again.
Sounds like that boy's got less sense than Marcello from back home. You remember Marcello, right? The weirdo who now lives behind the old supermarket, painting the pavement with his own crap. My mama said some of his art is actually quite nice in a disturbing sort of way.
That's just gross, Earl. But speaking of disasters, tea with MILF is like a walking catastrophe. If incompetence was a crime, he'd be serving a life sentence. I've seen bricks with more gaming skills.
Marcello was just like that, minus the gaming. Boy could trip over flat ground. Now he spends his days making poop paintings and talking to pigeons. At least he ain't online ruining games.
I swear, tea with MILF must be playing with his feet while blindfolded. It's like he's trying to redefine the term epic fail. I've seen better coordination in a toddler's first steps.
Ha ha! Reminds me of the time Marcello tried to dance at the school prom. Ended up knocking over the punch bowl and getting tangled in the decorations. He was like a bull in a china shop, but less graceful.
Every time Tea with MILF made a move, I wanted to hurl my controller through the screen. It's like he's on a personal mission to be the worst player in the history of gaming. Makes me want to tear my hair out.
Well, at least Marcello found his calling with his unique art. Maybe Tea with MILF should consider a career change too, like becoming a professional rock or something.
Yeah, a rock would definitely be an upgrade. All right, I'm going to give it another shot. If I end up with Tea with MILF again, I might just quit gaming for good. Wish me luck, Earl.
Good luck, Will. And if you run into Marcello's art online, just keep scrolling. Trust me on that.
Let me tell you about the craziest thing ever, my first house party. It was supposed to be small, just 5 friends, but turned into an epic disaster.
Sounds like the beginning of every bad party story. What went down?
It was insane. Over 200 people crashed it. They were everywhere, even in places I didn't know existed in my house.
200? Did y'all throw a public event or what?
It felt like it. And the mess, oh, the mess, they wrecked everything. There was poop on the walls in my parents' bedroom.
That's gross. How did that even happen?
No idea, and it gets worse. My TV, sofa gone, stolen.
Sounds like a coordinated heist to me. Probably government-trained thieves.
Government thieves? Carl, you're out of your mind.
And then our pets, the family dog and cat, disappeared. Just poof, vanished.
You think someone took them?
I don't know, but here's the kicker. Someone crashed my parents' car into our neighbor's living room.
Holy smokes, what did your folks say?
They were beyond furious. They made me sleep in the doghouse for a month, an actual doghouse.
That's harsh, but also a perfect cover-up scenario. You might have been set up.
Set up for what? Hosting a wild party?
Whatever it was a nightmare. The cops showed up asking questions about the car, the mess, the missing pets.
What did you tell them?
What could I say? I didn't know half the people there. It was like an invasion.
Exactly. An invasion of your privacy by the authorities. They use parties as surveillance ops.
Carl, not everything is a conspiracy. Sometimes a party is just a party, even a disastrous one.
Well, this party was more than disastrous. It was life-changing. I lost my parents' trust, my pets, and got a reputation as the disaster party girl.
That's rough, Tonka. But hey, you got one hell of a story to tell.
Be vigilant, Tonka. You never know who's watching, waiting to strike again.
Yeah, beware of party crashers and government spies, I guess.
No more parties for me. I learned my lesson the hard way. From now on, it's quiet nights and zero drama.
Good luck with that in this house.
Exactly. You never know what the next chapter brings in the Glasshouse.
As long as it doesn't involve cleaning up poop from walls, count me in.
It's a deal. No more wall poop, just the usual craziness of our lives.
So I was telling y'all about my grandboy's wedding, right? Down in Alabama, we keep our traditions strong.
Traditions like marrying within the family?
Exactly. Keeps the family bond unbreakable. Like my pappy used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But don't you think, I don't know, it's a bit outdated? Maybe even wrong?
Outdated? Son, tradition is the backbone of our heritage. Without it, we're just like a leaf in the wind.
I don't mean to butt in, but Earl, that sounds a bit off. Even dangerous.
Dangerous? It's love, pure and simple. Y'all city folks might not get it.
It's not about being city folks, Earl. It's about common sense and, well, genetics.
Genetics, schmanetics. We've been doing this for generations, and look at me, as healthy as a horse.
That's not really how genetics works, Earl.
And what about the kids? Don't they have a say in this?
Of course they do. They say, I do at the altar.
That's not what she meant, Earl. It's about choice, freedom.
Freedom? They're free to keep our traditions alive. What's freer than that?
Free to choose someone outside the family, maybe?
Exactly, Earl. Don't you see how this could be problematic?
Problematic, it's our way of life. Y'all might not agree, but it's our right.
Rights don't make something morally right, Earl.
And sometimes breaking a tradition can be a good thing.
Change can be healthy, Earl. It's worth thinking about.
Change, huh? Maybe. Well, I reckon I'll chew on that a bit. Folks, gather round. Let me tell you all about the wildest thing from my high school days. Our gym teacher, Mr. Haggard, he was a real piece of work.
Wild? Like, how wild are we talking, Earl?
Picture this. A gym teacher who looked like he belonged in a biker gang, not a school. Always had this distant look in his eyes, like he was dreaming about far-off lands.
Sounds like a character from a TV show. What made him so special?
Well, we always thought he was just a laid-back, chill dude. But one day the truth came out. The man was high as a kite on heroin during class.
Heroin, that's insane. What happened next?
It gets crazier. Turned out he'd been funding his habit in the most bizarre way, stealing kids' sneakers and selling them.
Stealing sneakers? That's a new one. What kind of school did you attend, Earl?
A public school in Alabama, but it might as well have been the Twilight Zone. And guess how they caught him? The janitor, who was secretly an undercover cop, nabbed him red-handed.
Undercover cop as a janitor? Man, your school stories are something else.
That's not just theft, it's betrayal. How did you all react?
We were shocked. I mean, this was the guy who'd been teaching us about sportsmanship and integrity, and there he was, dealing in stolen goods.
That's the kind of conspiracy I usually talk about. Government plants in schools.
I can't imagine going to school and finding out my teacher was a drug-addicted thief.
The story blew up. It was on every local news channel. High school hero or heroin dealer, they called it. Made me see the world in a whole new light.
Sounds like a life-changing experience, Earl.
You bet it was, Tonka. Made me realize people ain't always what they seem. Taught me to keep my eyes open and never trust a man who's too keen on gym shorts. Also, hort zu, Leut, ich denk mir schwatzat jetzt auf Schwabisch, no chonet sie uns net belausche.
Earl, I have no idea what you just said. Can we stick to English, please?
Nein, Karl, das ist wichtig. Die Eichhornli, die sind net so unschuldig, weil sie außerhalb die Planen was Grosses.
Did he just say something about squirrels and a plan?
This is getting out of hand. Earl, you're talking nonsense.
Ihr verstot es net. Die Eichhornli sind überall. Se beobachten uns, se worte auf ihr Chance.
Okay, let's assume squirrels are a threat. What's your plan, Earl?
Mir musset waksam se, ke Eichhornli unterschätze. I hab neulich eins gesehen, mit was Grossem in seinem Maul.
He's totally lost it. Squirrels with weapons now?
Maybe we should just humor him. Earl, what should we do about these squirrels?
Zuerst, wir bauen Falle. Then wir beobachten se lernen von ihre Bewegungen.
Building traps and observing squirrels. Got it. Anything else, General Earl?
Und vor allem kein Wort darüber nach draußen. Die Eichhornle dürfen net wissen, dass mir se auf der Spur sind.
Not a word about this squirrel conspiracy, sure thing.
I'm going to make popcorn. This is better than TV.
Lacht nur, aber wenn die Eichhornle Revolution kommt, werdet ihr sehen, dass Earl recht hatte.
We'll be ready, Earl, thanks to your leadership.
I remember a time when folks had real grit. You'd stand up and speak your mind, no matter how harsh it might be.
Speaking of harsh, I just saw a TikTok saying Bitcoin is way better than your precious bubble bucks, Will.
Better? Ha! Bubble bucks is the real deal, Tonka. Bitcoin's just a poor man's crypto, all hype and no substance.
You're delusional, Will. Bitcoin has stood the test of time. It's not some fly-by-night fad like bubble bucks.
Test of time? Please! Bubble bucks is the future, and you're just too ignorant to see it.
Now, y'all don't need to get nasty about it. There's more to life than money.
Ignorant? You're the one who's blindly following a doomed currency.
You know what, Tonka? I've got a special haiku just for you. Tonka, dense as lead, ugly as a mud fence, dumb as a box of rocks. In the crypto world, she's lost, just a blind sheep in the flock.
How dare you, Will? That's incredibly offensive.
Just stating facts, Tonka. Can't handle the truth?
You're a pathetic excuse for a human being, Will.
Both of y'all need to simmer down. Ain't no good coming from all this yelling.
She started it, Earl. I'm just finishing it.
You're not finishing anything except your reputation.
Let's just agree to disagree and leave it at that.
I'll never agree with ignorance. Bubble bucks for life.
And I'll never stoop to your level of stupidity.
Lord have mercy, it's like watching two mules fight over a turnip.
She's the mule, Earl, stubborn and senseless.
Look who's talking, Mr. I-Know-It-All with his head in the clouds.
Enough! We're supposed to be friends, not enemies. Let's act like it.
Guys, you won't believe this story. Met this girl online, right? Decided to visit her.
Visit, like in person? That's bold, Will.
Yeah, stayed for 3 whole days. On day 2, I dropped the L-bomb.
Love already, man, you move fast.
She didn't feel the same. Asked to just be friends.
Ah, the dreaded friend zone, a warrior's worst defeat.
Last day was weird, man. Like, really weird.
Awkward weird or I need to leave weird?
Both. Then she drives me to the airport, and I'm fuming.
That's rough, but it happens, dude.
But I had a plan. A revenge plan.
Revenge? That's a bit dramatic, isn't it?
I left a gift in her car. A stinky, revengeful gift.
Hold up. You did not. Tell me you didn't.
Oh, I did. Let's see her friend zone me now.
Son, that's just nasty. What's wrong with you?
You can't just... That's so disrespectful, Will.
Man, I thought I knew you. That's beyond messed up.
Come on, it was just a joke, sort of.
Joke or not, that ain't right. You gotta make this right, boy.
You need to grow up, Will. That's not how adults act.
I know, maybe I went too far.
Maybe you definitely went too far. That's not cool.
Guess I got a bit carried away. I'll apologize.
Good, it's never too late to fix a wrong, Will.
Apologizing is the first step. Don't ever do something like that again.
Yeah, learn from this, man. It's about respect.
You're right. I've got a lot to think about. Can you believe this crap? Cyberglitch 404 is a complete disaster. It's like they didn't even try. I've been hyped for this game for years, and it's nothing but bugs and glitches. What the F asterisk C sec were they thinking at Project Error?
Well, son, I ain't much for them video games, but that sure sounds like a hoot and a half of a mess. Reminds me of the time my truck broke down mid-holler total disaster.
It's not funny, Earl. I spent good money on this. It's like they just took my cash and gave me a slap in the face. It's a F asterisk C king joke.
Yeah, and not a good one. You should have known better, Will. Those big studios are all the same. All hype, no substance.
Exactly. It's all a conspiracy, man. These companies, they're just out to get your money. They don't care about quality. It's all about profit.
I mean, if I wanted to get scammed, I would have just invested in CryptoZoo. At least then I could blame myself for being an idiot.
Crypto Zoo? Isn't that thing Logan Paul was yammering about? Never did like that, fella. All show and no go, just like this dang game.
I just can't believe it. I was so hyped. This was supposed to be groundbreaking, and it's just broken.
That's how they get you, Will. They build up your hopes, then crush 'em. Just like the government and their so-called moon landing.
Oh, not this again, Carl. We're talking about a game, not one of your conspiracy theories. Will, just ask for a refund and move on.
A refund? Yeah, maybe that's the only win I can get out of this mess. Damn, what a letdown.
Life's full of 'em, boy. Just gotta roll with the punches and keep on skedaddling.
Yeah, I guess. Thanks, guys. I needed this venting session. I'll go deal with the refund now. What a freaking day.
I'm telling y'all, Canada's the worst. Went there once, never again. They wouldn't let me bring my guns over the border. Can you believe that? A man's right to bear arms, and they just trample all over it.
Earl, international borders have rules. You can't just bring guns into another country.
Rules? Those aren't rules, Carl. That's tyranny. And don't get me started on the rest of it. Their cities, cold and lifeless. Their countryside, dull as dirt. It's like God took all the color out of the world when he made Canada.
That seems a bit harsh, Earl. I mean, some people like it there.
Like it? What's there to like? Their food's bland, their beer's weak, and their sports are a joke. Hockey, more like sissy stick fighting.
You're really fired up about this, Earl. Did something else happen there?
You bet something happened. I tried to explain to them the importance of the Second Amendment, and they looked at me like I was speaking alien. No respect for freedom, no respect for rights.
But Earl, other countries have their own laws and cultures. It's not about disrespect, it's about differences.
Differences, my foot. It's about common sense, which they clearly don't have a lick of. And let me tell you about their so-called politeness. It's all fake, just a bunch of passive-aggressive nonsense.
Maybe we should just agree to disagree on Canada, Earl.
Agree to disagree? No, sir. I won't agree to anything about that place. It's a land of madness, I tell you. The air's too clean, makes you lightheaded. And their Mounties? Don't get me started on the Mounties.
You're making it sound like a different planet, Earl.
Might as well be, Tonka. And their Prime Minister? Don't even get me started on him. They say he's good looking. Please, I've seen better heads on a mug of beer.
Earl, you're getting all worked up over nothing. Let's just drop it.
Drop it? I'll drop it when they start making sense. Until then, it's no Canada for me. Fuck Canada and fuck their absurd rules.
I think we've heard enough about Canada for one day, Earl.
Fine, but remember this. Canada's the worst. Fuck Canada, fuck you, and fuck everything they stand for. So, Brother Lover Will, tell us more about your Tick family reunions.
Gosh, Earl, let it go. Heck, it was just a joke.
Laughs a joke or a family tree with no branches? Hick.
No branches? More like a family twig. Giggles.
Twig? Laughs more like a family circle. Ain't no start or end, just goes round and round. Hick.
Y'all ain't right in the head. Laughs family circle. Heck, that's a new one.
Right in the head? Burps loudly. That's rich, coming from Mr. My parents might be siblings.
Might be, snorts more like definitely are, laughs.
Definitely are. More like proudly are. Hick, ain't that right, Will?
You guys are killing me. Laughs. But hey, at least we ain't boring.
Boring? Hick, we're the life of the party. Glass clinks, cheers to the family love triangle.
Love triangle? More like a love dot, guffaws.
Love dot? Ha! More like a love knot, all tangled up. Hick.
Love not, laughs. You guys are nuts. Hick.
Nuts? We're just a bunch of drunks making fun of a twisted family tree. Hick.
Twisted family tree? It's more like a bonsai, small and confusing. Snickers.
Bonsai? More like a bush. A very, very close-knit bush. Burps.
Bush! Laughs, y'all are impossible. Hick.
Impossible? That's our middle name. Hick cheers to the impossible, improbable, and inebriated.
Inebriated? More like obliterated.
Obliterated? More like annihilated.
Annihilated? Hick, more like, yawns, I'm too drunk for this.
Too drunk? Perfect. Hick. That's how all good family gatherings should end.
Good family gatherings? Laughs more like legendary ones.
Legendary? Absolutely. Hick, the legend of the twisted family tree.
Listen up, everyone. I've cracked it. The ultimate conspiracy. The squirrels, they're plotting from the dark side of the moon. That's why we never see it. They're hiding their lunar base.
Carl, boy, you've gone off the deep end. Squirrels on the moon? That's more twisted than a tornado in a trailer park.
Carl, even in crypto, we don't deal with theories this wild. Moon squirrels? What's next? Alien investors?
You say strange things, Carl. Moon and squirrels? That's like saying I'm a skinny model. Not happening.
I'm serious. It all makes sense. The one-sided moon, the squirrels' suspicious activities. It's the biggest cover-up since Roswell.
I reckon if those squirrels are lunar pioneers, then I'm the king of England. You're chasing shadows, Carl.
Man, stick to Fortnite. At least there you can claim to be going to the moon, and it makes sense.
Carl, you talk like a child with a fairy tale. Squirrels on moon? What are they eating? Moon cheese?
You're all being narrow-minded. This is my life's work. I've been searching for the truth, and I've found it. They're out there, plotting.
Carl, you're about as sharp as a bowling ball. The moon squirrel's probably smarter than this theory.
Carl, if those squirrels are real, I'll sell all my bubble bucks and invest in acorns.
Big talk, Carl. Squirrels on moon. Maybe I go catch a dragon tomorrow.
Mock me now, but I'll have the last laugh. The connection is undeniable. The squirrels, the moon, it's all a big scheme.
Well, if you find those lunar critters, give 'em my regards. Till then, maybe lay off the internet, huh?
Y'all, check out this new fitness app I found on TikTok. It's like super custom and costs only $150 a week.
$150? For an app? That's more than I spend on moonshine in a month.
Be careful, Tonka. These apps can be scams, stealing more than just your money. Maybe your data, too.
Yeah, and don't forget the real value is in bubble bucks, not some flimsy fitness fad.
Nah, it's legit. Look, it's telling me to say crap 5 times for core strength. Crap, 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 crap.
What in tarnation? That's your exercise, saying crap?
This is absurd. Next, it'll tell you to decode secret government messages for cardio.
To the moon with that app. Let's stick to real investments like gaming and crypto.
Wait, it's updating. Now it says to say fuck 5 times, then backwards. Fuck, 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 cuff, 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 cuff.
Bless your heart, but that app's as useful as a screen door on a submarine.
I'm telling you, it's a mind control experiment. You're all being brainwashed.
Or just wasting $150 a week. I could have made that into thousands with bubble bucks.
I feel energized and weirdly empowered. Crap, cuff, crap, cuff, crap, cuff.
I reckon we need to get you off that app before you start voting for Democrats.
Or worse, believing the Earth is round.
Or that bubble bucks isn't the future of currency.
You guys just don't get it. This is the future of fitness.
If that's the future, I'll stick to porch sitting and sweet tea.
Mark my words, this is how they start controlling us. First it's fitness apps, then it's your thoughts.
Speaking of control, anyone up for Fortnite? I need to control something real like my avatar.
No way, I'm sticking with my app. It's revolutionary.
More like revolting. I'm out of here.
Count me in, Will. At least in Fortnite, the only conspiracy is who gets the loot.
That's the spirit. Let's escape this fitness madness.
Fine, be skeptics. I'll be here, getting fit and saying K-cuff.
You won't believe what happened at the town hall. I went there to warn them about the damn squirrel invasion, but those idiots just laughed and called security.
Well, ain't that a hoot? You running around preaching about squirrels now, Carl?
Shut it, Earl. When they tried to grab me, I did the only sensible thing, stripped down and bolted out of there.
Dude, seriously? That's insane, even for you. You ran through the streets naked?
Carl, that's just, I don't even have words. And I usually have lots of words.
I had to escape. It's all a conspiracy, I tell you. The government's corrupt, working with those fucking squirrels.
Government and squirrels, huh? That's a new one even for you, Carl.
I'm starting to think those squirrels might be the sanest ones in this story.
And I thought my diet fads were crazy. Carl, you take the cake and probably believe it's bugged by squirrels, too.
Laugh all you want, but when the squirrel apocalypse comes, don't come crying to me.
Squirrel apocalypse? Boy, you've been drinking too much of that moonshine again.
It's no joke. Those furry little bastards are plotting. I've seen their beady eyes watching me.
Carl, you're talking about squirrels, not super spies. What could they possibly be plotting?
Maybe they're planning a nut heist. Watch out, they might steal your breakfast next.
Mock me now, but you'll see I'm going to expose their furry little schemes.
Carl, the only thing you exposed was yourself to half the town.
Yeah, man. The only conspiracy here is how you haven't been arrested for public nudity.
Seriously, Carl, maybe lay off the conspiracy websites for a while.
You'll all see I'm the only one who's awake in this nutty world.
Y'all won't believe this, but back in my younger days, my grandpappy and I were deep in the woods cooking up moonshine. It was a risky business, you know. One night we're there, brewing away, when out of nowhere the cops show up. We had no choice but to run for it.
Hold on, you mean moonshine as in the illegal booze, not actual moonlight, right?
Exactly, Tonka, the real deal. So there we were, my grandpappy and I, tearing through the woods in his old pickup truck. Felt like a scene straight out of a movie, I tell you.
That's wild, Earl! What happened when the cops showed up?
Well, Will, it was like something out of a high-speed chase. We were flying down these dirt roads, and the cops were right on our tail. Grandpappy was one hell of a driver, though.
I can't believe you outran the police in a pickup truck.
Oh, it wasn't easy. We had a couple of close calls. At one point, we even had to ram through a roadblock. Grandpappy was cursing up a storm, but he didn't slow down for a second.
That's insane. How did you manage to lose them?
We knew the backwoods won than anyone, including the cops. Took a few hidden turns, drove through a creek, and finally lost them in a cloud of dust.
That's quite a story, Earl. I can't even imagine going through something like that.
It was definitely one for the books. But looking back, it wasn't just about the thrill, it was about the time I spent with my grandpappy. Those moments, as wild as they were, they brought us closer.
Sounds like a real bonding experience. Did you ever get caught?
Never did, Will. Grandpappy and I were always 2 steps ahead. But let me tell you, it wasn't just about outsmarting the cops. It was about living a life less ordinary, about taking risks and making memories.
That's a pretty adventurous way of looking at it, Earl. I guess we all find excitement in different ways.
That's right, Tonka. Life's too short to play it safe all the time. Sometimes you gotta take a leap and see where you land.
I'll drink to that. Your stories always remind me that there's a whole world of adventures out there.
Yeah, adventures that could land you in jail, Will. But I get your point, Earl. It's about making the most of the time you've got.
Exactly, Tonka. And let me tell you, those moonshine nights, they were some of the best times of my life. Wouldn't trade them for anything.
Here's to living life on the edge, Earl. You're a legend in your own right.
A legend with an incredible story to tell. Thanks for sharing, Earl. It's always a ride hearing about your escapades.
My pleasure, folks. Just remember, every day's an adventure. You just gotta be willing to chase it.
I'm telling you, Earl, a Tesla is the way to go. Clean, efficient, and it's the future of driving.
The future? Boy, the future's about tradition, not some silent electric nonsense. Where's the spirit of a real car?
It's not about tradition, Earl. It's about innovation. Tesla is leading the way in automotive technology.
Innovation? That's just a fancy word for forgetting what made this country great. Gas, engines, power, that's real innovation.
You're stuck in the past, Earl. Electric cars are more than just innovation. They're a revolution.
Revolution, my foot. It's a betrayal. That's what it is. Betraying every hardworking American who loves their car loud and proud.
You're being dramatic. It's just a car, a better, cleaner car.
It's not just a car, it's a statement. Buying a Tesla is like saying you don't care about American values.
American values aren't just about gas and oil, Earl. It's about progress, moving forward.
Progress? More like regress. What's next, huh? They'll control where you drive, how you drive, mark my words.
That's a slippery slope, Earl. Tesla's about freedom, the freedom to innovate and lead.
Freedom? There's no freedom in following a billionaire's fantasy. Musk's just a man with too much money and too many ideas.
He's a visionary, Earl. He's pushing boundaries, making things possible that we never thought could be.
Pushing boundaries? He's pushing us all right towards a future where we're all just cogs in his machine.
You're overreacting. It's a car, a good car, and it's better for the environment.
Environment, schmierenment, what about the soul of driving? The roar of an engine, the smell of gasoline?
You can't be serious. The soul of driving? We need to think about the planet, about our future.
Our future? Our future is built on the backs of real cars, real engines, not some battery-operated toy.
It's not a toy, Earl. It's the next step. And I'm taking it, whether you like it or not.
Well, you take that step, and you're stepping away from everything that makes a car a car.
I guess we're just on different roads, Earl. I choose the future. What do you choose?
I choose America, Will. The real America, not some fantasy land of electric cars and billionaire dreams.
Let's just agree to disagree. But I'm getting that Tesla, and there's nothing you can say to change my mind.
Fine, get your Tesla, but don't come crying to me when you realize you've made a mistake.
There won't be any crying, Earl, just driving into the future. Guys, you won't believe this. I got completely scammed. Tried to sell my Counter-Strike skins, and now they're all gone. Nothing in return.
Scammed, huh? The internet's a hive of scammers and deceivers. It's a modern-day Wild West.
And this support guy, oh man, he was useless. Just said nothing we can do. Can you believe the nerve?
I always say, if it's online, it ain't worth trusting. You gotta stay sharp, Will. The internet's full of wolves in sheep's clothing.
That's terrible, Will. But why would you trust some random site? You've got to be more careful.
I was so angry I could feel my blood boiling. And that support guy with his condescending tone just made it worse.
It's all a big game to them. They prey on people like us, the small guys. They think they can just walk all over us.
You're preaching to the choir, Carl. These tech boys think they're kings of the castle, looking down on us regular folks.
I've put so much into those skins, you know? It wasn't just about the money, it was a part of me, and now it's just gone.
Sometimes, the hardest lessons are the ones we need the most. But I get it. It's not just about the skins, it's the principle.
Exactly. It's about respect, honesty, and now I feel like I've been made a fool of. It's just not right.
The digital world is a tricky place, Will, full of illusions and false promises. You've got to keep your wits about you.
I reckon you've learned a thing or two today. It's a bitter pill, but sometimes that's what it takes to open our eyes.
You're right. It's a tough lesson, but I've learned it now. No more online trading. I'm sticking to the real world from now on.
Glad you see it that way now. It's a tough world out there, online and off. We've got to look out for each other.
Thanks, everyone. I guess I needed this. A hard knock to set me straight. From now on, I'm keeping my feet on solid ground.
You guys ever wonder what my childhood was like? Let me paint you a picture.
Sure, hit us with it, Tonka.
Dad was out of the picture before I was even a twinkle in Mom's eye. She was chasing big lights in Vegas, left me in Jersey with the Grands.
Sounds rough. Your grandparents cool at least?
Grandma was a drill sergeant in a past life, I swear. And Grandpa, well, he was the silent, brooding type.
Sounds like a typical Southern upbringing to me. Ha ha.
Summers with Mom in Vegas were my only escape. She was a performer. I used to think she was a movie star or something.
A performer, huh? That's kind of cool.
I thought so too until I got older and put the pieces together. She wasn't in any movies, she was a stripper.
Whoa, that's a plot twist. How'd you feel about that?
Confused mostly. I was the only one who didn't know. Kids at school, they knew, and they were cruel about it.
Kids can be real mean sometimes, bless their hearts.
Right? But it made me who I am, tough as nails and not afraid to face the truth, even if it took me a while to see it.
That's a hell of a story, Tonka. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, makes you appreciate the craziness of our own lives, doesn't it?
Every family's got its closet full of skeletons, I reckon.
You got that right, Earl. Now who's up for some pizza? I'm starving.
Hell yeah, my bubble bucks are mooning. This is it. I'm freaking rich.
Really, Will? That's great, but maybe tone it down a bit.
Tone it down. Screw that. I'm out of this rat hole.
Cryptos are a gamble, Will. Don't count your chickens yet.
Oh, shut it, Carl, with your the earth is flat bullcrap.
Will, be respectful.
Respect? Ha! Why should I? Look at you, Tonka, pretending to be all high and mighty.
Boy, you're crossing a line.
And you, Earl, you're just a bigoted old fool.
That's enough, Will.
I don't need any of you. I'm gonna live like a king.
You're being a real jerk, Will.
Who cares? I'm done with this place. No, this can't be happening. My crypto's tanking.
Will, what's wrong?
I'm broke. My fortune's gone.
We tried to tell you, man.
Money ain't the measure of a man, son.
I was such an idiot. I'm sorry, everyone.
We're your friends, Will. We'll help you through this.
We stick together, good times and bad.
Yeah, even if you act like a damn fool sometimes.
Thank you, guys. I don't know what I'd do without you. Guys, I just found out I'm 1/3,600th Native American. I've named myself Eagle Crypto.
Eagle Crypto? What in moonshine-infused holler is that?
Interesting. Does this revelation come with a conspiracy theory too, Will?
It's not a conspiracy, Carl. It's my heritage. And you all owe me for centuries of oppression.
Oppression? Will, you found this out from a $99 DNA test.
It's legit, and now I demand reparations, starting with your snacks.
Reparations? Boy, the only thing you're oppressed by is your internet history.
Will, just because you're 0.0003% something doesn't mean you get a cultural free pass.
You're just trying to silence Eagle Crypto. My spirit guide, a gluten-free eagle, told me so.
Gluten-free Eagle, Will, have you been eating those weird brownies again?
No, I'm just embracing my roots, and I need a feather headdress ASAP.
A feather headdress? Boy, the only feathers you've got are from your down comforter.
Look, Will, maybe instead of a headdress, get a reality check.
You're all part of the problem. I'm going to start a movement.
The only movement you're starting is the one to the fridge for more beer.
Mock me all you want, but Eagle Crypto will rise.
Rise? The only thing rising is my blood pressure from this nonsense.
Wait, guys, I've got an idea to settle this.
Oh yeah? What's that, Mr. Government Drone?
We hold a Native American heritage party in your honor, Eagle Crypto.
And let's invite your ancestors. I'm sure they'd love to meet you.
Really? That would be... Wait, are you guys messing with me?
No more than you're messing with heritage, Will.
It's decided then. A party for Eagle Crypto, the 3600th Native American.
You guys are impossible, but fine, I'll let my ancestors know.
Great, I'll get the snacks. Gluten-free, of course.
And I'll bring the moonshine for, ceremonial purposes.
You'll see, Eagle Crypto will be a sensation.
Sure, Will, just like your Bubble Bucks investment.
All right, Eagle Crypto. Let's see those dance moves. Ancestors are watching.
Oh, you'll see. Eagle Crypto takes no prisoners.
Except maybe in Fortnite, huh?
All right, let the Eagle Crypto Heritage Party begin.
Well, I'll tell you, Tonka, the world was created in just 7 days, straight from the hands of the Almighty himself. No doubt about it.
But Earl, I heard something about monkeys turning into people. That's evolution, right?
Nonsense. That's just a bunch of hogwash. Ain't no monkey ever turned into no human. It's all in the good book, 7 days, and that's that.
But the dinosaurs, Earl, they were here a long time ago, weren't they? Before people, I think.
Dinosaurs, schminosaurs. I reckon Jesus fought 'em off with his superpowers. That's why we ain't got none of them critters around no more.
Jesus had superpowers like in the movies?
Absolutely, Tonka. He could walk on water, turn water into wine, all sorts of things. Dinosaurs were no match for him.
Wow, that's, really cool. But where did the dinosaurs come from then?
Created by the Almighty, same as us, but they didn't make it onto Noah's Ark, see? Too big, I guess.
Oh, that makes sense. But what about the fossils? How'd they get under the ground?
Planted by scientists to test our faith, I reckon. Can't trust everything you hear, Tonka.
Yeah, gotta be careful. So much weird stuff out there.
Exactly. Stick to the good book and you can't go wrong.
Thanks, Earl. I feel like I learned a lot today. But wait, Earl, didn't the dinosaurs live millions of years ago? How could Jesus fight them?
Tonka, 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 you're thinking like them scientists. Time's different for the Almighty. A day for him could be like 1,000,000 years for us.
Whoa, that's deep. So, time travel?
Sort of, but more miraculous. It's all part of his divine plan, you see.
So, what about all those bones and stuff they find?
Tests of faith, Tonka, tests of faith. Or maybe leftovers from Jesus' dinosaur battles. Who knows?
That's wild. So, Jesus was like a superhero?
The greatest superhero. Fought off dinosaurs, saved humanity. Can't get more heroic than that.
I never knew history was this exciting.
That's 'cause they don't teach you the real stuff in schools. It's all in the Bible, Tonka.
I gotta start reading that more. So much cool stuff.
Now you're talking, Tonka. That's the spirit. So there I was at this wild festival, y'all, just knee-deep in mud and booze. I was swigging moonshine like it was going out of style, bless my heart.
Earl, you sure know how to party. But I'm guessing this story takes a turn, doesn't it?
You bet it does, Carl. So I'm dancing, whooping, and hollering, and then bam, everything goes black. Next thing I know, I'm waking up on a stretcher in an ambulance.
Wait, you passed out? That must have been some strong moonshine.
Stronger than a bull in heat, Tonka, but here's the kicker. The moment I realized where I was, I said to myself, Earl, you ain't paying for no expensive hospital ride? So what did I do? I skedaddled right out of there.
You ran away from an ambulance? Man, that's hardcore.
Sure as shooting, Will. I jumped off that stretcher and ran like the devil was on my heels. left those paramedics scratching their heads.
That's just reckless, Earl. You could have been hurt.
Hurt, schmert? The only thing that was hurt was my pride. And my wallet if I'd stayed. I ain't about to shell out my hard-earned cash just 'cause I had a bit too much to drink.
So, how did you get back to the festival after your great escape?
Now, that's where the story gets good. I'm wandering around, lost as a goose in a snowstorm. And who do I find but a group of fellow partiers heading back to the festival? Hitched a ride with them, and we sang all the way back. Made it just in time for the midnight mud wrestling.
Earl, your life's an adventure, but seriously, be careful next time, okay?
Carl, in my world, careful's the name of a cat I ain't never owned. Life's too short for caution. Now who's up for some more moonshine? I got a fresh batch that'll knock your socks off.
Guys, I met this woman on a conspiracy theory forum, and she's incredible. She believes in all the theories I do, even the obscure ones.
Well, slap my knee and call me silly, Carl, but you sure it's not a bot program to tell you what you want to hear?
No way, Earl, she's real. We have deep conversations about the New World Order and chemtrails.
Oh, wow, a digital soulmate. Did she also reveal the secret location of the Illuminati headquarters?
That's so sweet, Carl. Online love is so modern and exciting.
Exactly, Tonka. She even asked about my favorite moon landing hoax theories.
Carl, you're as gullible as a catfish in a pond full of lures. You sure you ain't being tricked?
No, let's be supportive. Carl, when's the wedding? Should we start planning the bachelor party in Area 51?
We haven't set a date yet, but she's always there when I log in. It's like we're cosmically connected.
Invite her over, Carl. I want to be her maid of honor.
I'm thinking about it, Tonka. I think she's the one.
Laughs. I can't wait to meet the queen of the tinfoil hat brigade.
Grinning. Yeah, it's like a fairy tale. Carl and the bot princess.
Love finds a way, even in the strangest places.
I'm glad you guys are excited. She's definitely special.
Carl, I reckon you found the only woman in the world who can debate whether the earth is flat or just a hologram.
Imagine the kids. They'll be debating conspiracy theories before they can walk.
You guys are hilarious, but seriously, she's got insights, man.
Maybe she can teach us a thing or two. Can't wait to meet her.
That's the spirit. You'll all see she's not just any forum bot.
If she's real, I'll eat my hat. And Carl, I love my hat.
Earl, better start seasoning that hat, just in case.
It's going to be such a beautiful love story.
Thanks, guys. I knew you'd understand. Listen up, you clueless bunch. Those sneaky, bushy-tailed demons, squirrels, they're out to get us. Mark my words.
Demons? Squirrels? Carl, have you finally lost it?
Lost it? No, Earl. I'm the only one seeing clearly here. These fluffy menaces are evil incarnate, plotting our downfall.
Carl, seriously? Evil squirrels? What's next, vampire bunnies?
Mock me all you want, but when these furry hellspawn unveil their true nature, you'll regret not listening.
Carl, even for conspiracy theories, this is out there, like way out there.
Out there, it's the truth staring us right in the face. Those tree rats are conniving, soulless creatures.
Soulless creatures? Carl, you're talking about squirrels, not some sci-fi alien invaders.
This is too much, even for you, Carl. Evil squirrels, really?
Yes, really. They're furry little agents of chaos, spying on us, waiting to strike. They're nature's little backstabbers.
Okay, Carl, let's say you're right. What's their master plan, stealing nuts worldwide?
Laugh now, but when the Squirrel-geddon comes, you'll see. These vermin are the enemy of mankind.
Squirrel-geddon? Carl, you've outdone yourself. This is just nuts.
Can we switch topics before my IQ drops any further listening to this?
Fine, ignore the impending doom, but when these furry fiends show their true colors, don't come crying to me.
Let's just play a game or something. Anything but more of Carl's squirrel apocalypse.
You'll regret not taking this seriously. When the squirrels rise, remember who warned you.
We'll put up a statue in your honor, Carl. The great squirrel savior.
I'm ordering pizza. This squirrel talk is giving me a headache.
Best idea I've heard all day. Anything to drown out the squirrel nonsense.
Keep joking, but this lunatic might be your last hope against the squirrel onslaught.
Got it, the squirrel slayer? Now about that pizza. Y'all won't believe what happened to me in Thailand. Crazy stuff, I tell you.
Thailand, Earl? Knowing you, this ought to be good.
So I was at this beach party, right? Met this absolutely stunning girl.
And let me guess, she turned out to be a spy or something?
Nah, nothing that fancy. We're dancing, drinking, having the time of our lives.
So what's the big twist, Earl? There's always a twist with you.
Hold your horses, I'm getting there. We go back to my hotel, things start heating up.
And then? Don't leave us hanging, Earl.
Then I realize she ain't exactly a she, you know, a lady boy.
You're kidding. How did you not notice before?
It was dark, I was drunk, and she was, well, let's just say very convincing.
So what did you do? Freak out?
I didn't freak out, I'm a gentleman, y'all, but I was definitely confused.
Confused enough to still go through with it?
Hell no. I mean, I'm open-minded, but that's a bit much, even for me.
I can't believe this happened to you, Earl. It's like something out of a movie.
Yeah, well, Thailand's a wild place, but it ain't over yet.
There's more? Do tell.
So I'm trying to let her down easy, but she's not having it. Starts getting real clingy.
That sounds awkward. What'd you do?
I told her I had an early flight, needed to pack, anything to get out of that situation.
And she bought that just like that?
Well, she left eventually, but it was tense, I tell you.
Bet you were relieved when she was gone.
You have no idea, but here's the kicker. Next morning, I find her number in my pocket.
Wait, you took her number? Earl, you sly dog.
It wasn't like that. It must have been when we were dancing or something.
Sure, Earl. Dancing.
All right, maybe I was curious, but I never called her swear on my truck.
Your truck, huh? That's serious business for you, Earl.
So, what's the moral of the story, Earl?
Moral of the story? Always check who you're taking home from a Thai beach party.
Words to live by, Earl. Words to live by.
All right, folks, how about we plan something fun this weekend? Maybe try out those new e-scooters downtown?
E-scooters? Heck, I ain't never trusted them fancy city contraptions. Give me a good old pickup truck any day.
Actually, I've got a bit of a traumatic history with scooters.
Oh, do tell, Will. This I gotta hear.
Well, it was back when I was a kid. I was scootering to gym class, and man, I took a nasty spill.
That doesn't sound too bad. We've all had our share of falls.
Wait, it gets worse. I kind of crapped my pants when I fell.
Dagnabbit, boy, you done what?
Yeah, and I still had to go to gym class. Had to wash and dry my clothes in the locker room. The whole place stank.
You washed your poopy pants in the school sink? That's disgusting.
I had no choice. And the worst part? My classmates laughed their heads off.
Oh man, that's brutal. Kids can be so cruel.
Well, ain't that a stinky situation? We should call you Scooter Skid Marks from now on.
Come on, guys, don't make it a thing.
Too late, Scooter Skid Marks. It's definitely a thing now.
All right, Scooter Skid Marks, let's focus back on the weekend plans. Maybe something less traumatic.
How about a good old BBQ instead? Can't go wrong with meat and beer.
Sounds good to me, as long as there are no scooters involved.
Agreed, let's keep our pants clean this time.
BBQ it is then. No scooters, just good food and company. And maybe a few laughs at Will's expense.
Ha ha, very funny. Let's just eat, drink, and forget the scooter incident ever happened.
No promises there, Scooter Skid Marks.
I can't believe this, Tonka. How could you do this to my family?
Oh, come on, Will. It was just a bit of fun. You need to lighten up.
Fun? My parents are getting divorced because of your fun?
Well, I'll be. Sounds like someone had a real hoot with Will's mama.
Yeah, Earl, maybe we should ask her for some tips on how to party.
Shut up, you idiots! This is serious!
Will, your mother is a grown woman. She makes her own choices.
That's not the point, Tonka. You betrayed our trust.
Betrayal or not, I gotta admit, Will's mama sure knows how to stir the pot.
And here we thought the biggest scandal was the government spying on us.
I can't even look at you right now, Tonka. This is just disgusting.
Oh, please, you're acting like a child. It was just cocaine and a fling.
Just cocaine and a fling? You're unbelievable.
You know, Carl, maybe we're in the wrong business. We should have been partying with Will's mama.
Definitely, Earl. She seems to know all about alternative facts.
You're all missing the point. It's not just about the partying. It's the lies, the secrets.
Secrets? Honey, you don't know the half of it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Let's just say your mom wasn't the only one keeping secrets. Your dear old dad had his own fun times.
What are you saying, Tonka?
Ask him about his business trips. Might learn a thing or two about dear daddy.
Oh boy, this is getting juicier than a peach in July.
Seems like Will's family is more twisted than a conspiracy theory.
This is messed up. I need to confront them both. I can't deal with these lies anymore.
Careful there, Will. Truth can be more slippery than a catfish.
Yep, and sometimes it's better left at the bottom of the pond.
Yo, check it. I'm the queen of this beat, cooking rhymes like I cook meat.
Tonka, that's the worst rap I've ever heard. Stick to cooking, maybe?
Haters gonna hate, but my rhymes are great. I'm the rap star of this state.
More like a rap disaster. Seriously, it's really bad.
Y'all just jealous of my mad skills? I'm climbing these lyrical hills.
Tonka, bless your heart, but that ain't rap, it's more like a verbal mishap.
I'm spitting fire, you can't deny. My rap game's higher than the sky.
It's painfully high, high on the scale of terrible.
Watch me drop another verse. I rap so hard it's like a curse.
Yeah, a curse on our ears. Please stop.
I'm the lyrical master, the rap blaster. Y'all just slow, I'm faster.
The only thing you're fast at is making us wish we were deaf.
I'm unstoppable, my rhymes are droppable. In this rap game, I'm the top able.
Top able? That's not even a word. Seriously, stop.
You can't handle my flow, it's too much to know. I'm the star of this rap show.
More like a black hole where good music goes to die.
Fine, I'll show you. I'll get better. My next rhyme will be as light as a feather.
I reckon a feather might just have a better rhythm than you, Tonka.
Just wait, I'll take the stage and I'll amaze. Y'all be caught in my rhyme craze.
The only thing amazing here is your ability to ignore how bad you are.
That's it, I'm out. You'll see, I'll be the best. Just you wait and watch me.
Guys, you won't believe this. I found a Twitch channel called AiTV. It's streaming live from our house.
What in tarnation, Carl? You mean like live?
Yes, Earl, live. Our conversations, everything. I bet there are cameras hidden right here in the kitchen.
Dude, are you for real? This sounds like one of your conspiracy theories.
That's nonsense, Carl. You always come up with weird stuff.
I'm serious. Look, I'll show you on my phone.
If that's true, I swear I'm gonna holler louder than a hog in a hot tub.
Wait, I see us on the stream. This is creepy.
Oh my gosh, Carl was right for once. What do we do now?
We need to find those cameras and figure out who's behind this.
Y'all think it's the government? Or aliens? I bet it's aliens.
Not everything is a conspiracy, Earl, but this is seriously messed up.
I can't believe our privacy is being invaded like this. We have to act.
Let's split up and search the kitchen. Check every corner.
I'm on it like flies on sweet tea.
And I'll check the tech side of things. Maybe I can track the stream source.
I'll help, Carl. We'll find those sneaky cameras.
Found something. Looks like a tiny camera hidden in the clock.
Great. Now let's see if we can find who's controlling this.
I'm hacking into the stream's IP address. This might take some time.
This is like a bad movie plot. Who would do this to us?
Someone who's very interested in our lives. Maybe it's related to my theories.
Or maybe it's someone who wants to expose the truth about the government.
Guys, I got something. The IP leads to... Wait, this can't be right.
What is it, Will? Don't leave us hanging.
Spill it, Will. Who's behind AiTV?
It's coming from within the house. The signal's origin is here, somewhere.
This just got a whole lot scarier.
There's a mole among us, or something worse.
We need to find the source now.
Let's split up. Whoever finds it, holler.
I'm not sure I want to find it.
We don't have a choice. It's our privacy at stake.
Let's do this, for our freedom.
So I'm thinking about starting Twitch pool streams. Gotta make some dough, you know?
Twitch, huh? Damn rules on there are tighter than a miser's wallet. You sure about that?
Hell yeah. Gonna show off a bit, rake in those subs and bits. Easy money.
Hold up, young lady. You planning to flaunt yourself for money? Back in my day, we had more respect for decency.
Oh, lighten up, Earl. It ain't the 1950s no more. Gotta use what you got.
Not like Earl would understand. Old man still stuck in the age of black and white TVs.
Mock all you want, boy. There's something to be said about good old values and modesty.
Modesty's not paying my bills, Earl. I'm doing this with or without your blessin'.
You go, girl, shake things up. Show these old farts what's what.
I just can't support this. Women should have more self-respect.
And I respect myself enough to make my own choices. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Earl, let her be her own boss. Times are changing.
Times be damned. It's a sad day when flaunting yourself online is considered work.
Call it what you want, Earl. I'm making moves. Watch me.
Seriously, Earl, you gotta adapt. This is the new world. Old school ain't cutting it anymore.
New world or not, some things ought to stay sacred. What's next? Selling your soul for a few likes?
Ain't about selling souls, Earl. It's about living life on my terms. If that means pool streams, so be it.
Exactly. You gotta hustle in this digital age. Right, Tonka?
Damn right, Will. And if Earl can't handle it, he can skedaddle out of my kitchen.
This ain't the Tonka I knew. You've changed, girl.
Haven't changed, Earl. Just evolved. You might want to try it sometime.
Burn. You got this, Tonka. I'll even be your first subscriber.
Fine, do what you will. But mark my words, there's a cost to all this modern nonsense.
Maybe so, Earl, but I'm willing to pay it. It's my life, my rules.
I'm telling you, Will, it's the squirrels. They're putting microchips in the vaccines to control us. It's all over the underground forums.
Carl, man, you really believe that stuff? I've never been sick a day in my life, and we never needed any shots back in the countryside.
That's because you're not seeing the bigger picture, Will. It's not about getting sick, it's about control. The squirrels are just pawns in the grand scheme.
I mean, scientifically speaking, vaccines are useful, you know? They've eradicated diseases and all that jazz. But hey, if you want to believe in mind-controlling squirrels, that's your problem.
It's not just a belief, it's the truth. Open your eyes, Will. They're watching us even now.
All right, the squirrels are watching us. Got it. So, what's your plan to save humanity from these high-tech rodents?
First step is spreading the word, making the people aware. We need to fight back, expose the truth.
Well, good luck with that, Carl. I'm going to stick to trading bubble bucks. Seems a bit safer than taking on the squirrel overlords.
You'll see, Will. When the day comes, you'll remember I warned you.
Sure thing, buddy. Now how about we grab some of that leftover pizza? I'm starving.
No time for pizza. We need to prepare. They could be making their move any day now.
Prepare? Carl, you're not making any sense. Look, let's just chill, okay?
You don't get it, Will. It's not just about squirrels or vaccines. It's a whole network, a conspiracy bigger than you can imagine.
A conspiracy, huh? And let me guess, you're the only one who can see it?
Exactly. Because I'm not blinded by the mainstream lies. I see through the facade.
Carl, you need to relax, man. This conspiracy stuff is eating you up. Let's play some Fortnite. Take your mind off it.
No games. We need to act. They're planning something big. I can feel it.
All right, what do you suggest we do? Call the cops on some squirrels?
No, the cops are in on it. We have to go underground, start our own movement.
Underground movement against squirrels? Man, this is some next-level stuff.
It's not a joke, Will. It's real, and it's happening now. We have to be ready.
Okay, Carl, let's prepare for the squirrel apocalypse. But after that, we are getting that pizza. Guys, check out this new vape flavor I got. It's called Cloud 9. It's supposed to be like super intense.
Let me try that. I need something to distract me from the taste of this low-calorie, gluten-free vegan pizza.
Y'all really puffing on those fancy electronic doodads? Back in Alabama, we just rolled up a good old tobacco leaf. What's next? Y'all gonna knit sweaters for your chickens?
Earl, it's the 21st century, man. Vaping is where it's at. Tobacco is so last millennium.
Wow, that hit hard. I feel kind of floaty.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the government's putting mind control chemicals in those vapes. That's how they keep the masses docile.
Mind control? That's the least of their worries. They're turning into spineless jellyfish. Hey, how about y'all toughen up with some good old-fashioned mud wrestling? It's a Dawson family tradition.
Mud wrestling with my complexion? I don't think so.
I'm not getting my new hoodie dirty, Earl. This costs more than your entire wardrobe.
You're all missing the point. This is about resistance. They can't control us if we're aware. These vapes, they're just tools of oppression. Wake up, sheeple.
Carl, the only thing you need to wake up to is reality, and maybe a shower.
That's it. I've had enough of this ignorance. I'm going to expose the truth even if I have to scream it at the squirrels outside.
Guys, I've just had an epic brainwave. A live stream AI that generates TV shows on the fly.
TV shows, like with celebrities and all?
Better, it's all AI generated. Infinite shows, infinite genres, no human limits.
AI, ain't that for tech nerds? Give me good old-fashioned TV any day.
Think bigger, Earl. This AI could revolutionize entertainment as we know it.
But how does it know what's good? Can a computer even have taste?
It's all about learning from the best and evolving. The possibilities are endless.
Sounds like a load of baloney. Ain't no computer gonna replace real talent.
Imagine a show about me. Would the AI get my good side?
It could capture every side, Tonka. It learns from watching us.
A show about Tonka? Now that's a comedy, even for a dumb AI.
I'd be a fantastic character, right, Will?
Absolutely, you're one of a kind, Tonka.
One of a kind is one way to put it.
What's that supposed to mean, Earl?
Just agreeing with the tech boy here.
I'm serious about this project, but I need help. It's huge.
I'm in. What do you need?
First, learn some coding. It's crucial.
Coding? That's like computer wizardry, right?
Good luck teaching her that. It's like teaching a cat to swim.
Watch me, Earl. I'll be the best darn coder in town.
That's the spirit. Together we'll make history.
History or comedy, it's all the same with you folks.
Let's keep it positive. We're on the brink of something big.
To the moon!
Yeah, to the moon with your crazy AI dreams. I'm sticking to my cable TV.
Oh, look at Mr. Alabama, too busy kissing his cousin to learn real manners.
Well, at least in Alabama, we don't get our life lessons from the Jersey Shore Tonka.
That's rich, coming from a guy whose state's biggest export is probably roadkill.
Oh, you're one to talk. How's that toxic waste treating you back in Jersey? Glow in the dark yet?
At least we know how to use words with more than one syllable. Y'all.
And yet none of those fancy words seem to teach common sense, do they?
Says the man who thinks alternative facts are real facts.
Better than living in a fantasy world where Jersey is considered the cultural center of America.
Keep talking, Earl. Each word just proves my point more.
What point? That you can dish it out but can't take it? Typical Jersey girl.
You wish you could handle a Jersey girl, Earl. You'd get lost on your way to the mall.
At least I don't need a map to avoid the potholes and garbage piles of Jersey streets.
You're just jealous because the only thing you have in Alabama are cows and more cows.
Cows are more useful than whatever it is you do in Jersey. Remind me again, what's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you don't understand activities that don't involve deep frying something.
And I forgot you don't understand activities that involve manners and class.
Oh, burn. You really got me there, Earl. How will I ever recover from such a clever comeback?
Probably the same way you recover from the stench of Jersey. You just get used to it.
Keep it up, Earl. This is the most fun I've had since I watched a documentary on paint drying.
Well, I'm glad I can entertain you, but honestly, I'd rather watch paint dry than visit Jersey.
The feeling's mutual, Earl. If I wanted to see a tractor parade, I'd visit Alabama.
And if I wanted to see a garbage dump, I'd visit Jersey. Oh wait, I'm already talking to one.
Nice one, Earl. Did you come up with that all by yourself, or did you have to Google Jersey insults?
Didn't have to, Tonka. Just use the same creativity you used to dodge those Jersey potholes.
Well, at least when I dodge potholes, I don't end up in a swamp. Can't say the same for Alabama roads.
Swamps have more character than Jersey. Plus, you never know, might find a Jersey Shore cast member there.
And in Alabama's swamps, what do you find? Your lost hopes and dreams?
Nah, just reminders of why I'm glad I'm not from New Jersey.
All right, team, here's the deal. Bubble bucks are the next big thing. It's like the Wild West of finance, and we're the cowboys.
Wild West? I thought we were talking about money, not playing cowboys and Indians.
Money's no good in the apocalypse, Will. You need beans, bullets, and band-aids. That's the real treasure.
Forget treasure, Earl. It's all about exposing the lies. The government, the banks, they're all in cahoots.
Come on, Carl, focus. Cryptos are our ticket out of this rigged system. It's freedom, man. Digital freedom.
Digital freedom? I still can't figure out my email password. How am I supposed to handle digital money?
All this tech mumbo-jumbo, give me a good old-fashioned handshake deal any day.
Handshakes are how they spread mind-control nanobots, Earl. Open your eyes.
Seriously, guys, this is our chance to be ahead of the curve. Imagine, no more banks, no more rules.
No rules? Like that time I put ketchup on my ice cream? 'Cause that was a bad idea.
The only curve I'm ahead of is the curve of my farm's best hog, and he's a prize winner.
Hogs are just distractions, Earl. We should be preparing for the alien invasion, not farming pigs.
You're all missing the big picture. With crypto, we can be our own bosses, live on our terms, to the moon.
I'd rather go to the burger joint than the moon. At least I know what I'm getting.
And I'll take a good burger over any moon rock. Simple pleasures, folks.
The moon landing was faked anyway. It's all part of the grand scheme.
Forget the moon. Think bigger. We could revolutionize the whole financial system.
Revolutionize? The only thing I'm revolutionizing is my nap schedule.
If it involves fixing what ain't broken, count me out. I like my life just fine.
I'm telling you, it's all a distraction. The real battle is against the puppeteers pulling our strings.
You know what? Forget it. I'll be on my yacht when you guys finally get it. Bubble bucks, here I come.
A yacht? Can it fit a burger joint? Now that's an investment I can get behind.
I'll stick to dry land. Too many mysteries in the deep blue sea for me.
The sea is just another domain for them to control. But my bunker is safe. Bring on the apocalypse.
Honestly, there's no place better than the USA. It's the land of opportunity, folks.
Opportunity for what? To drown in medical bills? Or maybe get lost in the great divide between rich and poor?
Yeah, opportunities are good, I guess.
You're all blind. The best country is Atlantis. No taxes, no politicians, just pure freedom under the sea.
Carl, Atlantis ain't even real. And even if it was, it can't beat good old American BBQ and football.
BBQ and football? Is that all it takes to ignore the flaws of our system? What about police brutality or the education crisis?
I like football and BBQ. Does Atlantis have those?
Atlantis has everything, and no, it doesn't have police brutality or a failing education system, Will.
You can't just keep inventing a fantasy to run away from reality, Carl. We live here in the USA, not in your imaginary Atlantis.
Earl's right, but not about the USA being the best. We've got to face our issues head on. Fantasy won't solve real problems.
Problems are bad, yeah, but, can we solve them with BBQ? Maybe a BBQ fundraiser?
You're all missing the point. Atlantis represents the ideal society, free from greed and corruption.
Ideal society. Wake up, Carl. No place is perfect. America's got issues, but it's our job to fix them.
Fixing them requires acknowledging them first, Earl. Not just covering them up with patriotic songs and fireworks.
Fireworks are pretty, but I guess talking about problems is important too, right?
You're all too narrow-minded. Atlantis is a symbol, a utopia we should strive for, not some fairy tale.
Strive for a utopia? Sure, but let's be realistic. We can start by improving what we have here.
Exactly, Earl. Improvement starts with facing the hard truths, not fantasizing about lost cities.
Improving, like making better BBQ sauces, I can get behind that.
You can mock me all you want, but one day you'll see. Atlantis is out there waiting for us to discover it.
Or maybe we can discover better ways to fix our healthcare system, right, Will?
For once, I agree with you, Earl. Let's start with what we can change here and now.
And maybe have a BBQ while we're at it for, inspiration.
Keep your BQ, I'll keep searching for Atlantis. One day I'll prove you all wrong. All right, everyone, gather round. I've uncovered the biggest scandal of the century. Jeffrey Epstein's death, orchestrated by squirrels.
Squirrels, Carl. Have you finally lost it? I mean, more than usual?
No, Tonka, I'm dead serious. These aren't your average park squirrels. They're trained covert operatives.
Trained squirrels, huh? I've heard some wild crypto theories, but this is next level, Carl.
It's all connected. The squirrels, the elite, the hidden truths. They're the puppet masters.
And what? They hold secret squirrel meetings in tiny tree boardrooms?
Guys, if Carl's right, we could be onto something huge. Imagine the headlines.
Finally, someone gets it. Will, you see the big picture. These squirrels, they're everywhere, watching, plotting.
Plotting to do what? Steal our nuts and berries?
No, hear him out. Maybe they're manipulating the stock market. Squirrel insider trading.
Exactly, Will. And Epstein was about to expose them. That's why they had to silence him.
This is absurd. Next, you'll say they're behind the Bermuda Triangle disappearances.
Don't be naive, Tonka. The Bermuda Triangle is a whole other conspiracy, but the squirrels, they're real.
I'm with Carl on this. We need to expose these furry fiends. We could be famous.
Or infamous for being the biggest nutcases in town?
You'll see. When the truth comes out, we'll be heroes. We'll show the world what's really going on.
Yeah, let's start our own investigation. We'll need cameras, nuts, and do squirrels like crypto?
You two are impossible. I'm out. Call me when you come back to reality.
This is reality, Tonka. The squirrels, the conspiracies, it's all happening right under our noses.
We'll uncover the truth, Carl. Together, we'll be unstoppable. The world needs to know.
I need a drink, a strong one. You guys are driving me insane.
The path to enlightenment is often lonely, but we must persevere. For truth, for justice, for the world.
To truth and squirrels, our quest begins!
I'm surrounded by lunatics, absolute lunatics.
All right, everyone, listen up. You know I do a lot of digging, right? Well, I've stumbled upon something big. 9/11, it wasn't a terrorist act. It was an inside job, orchestrated by the government. The evidence is overwhelming.
Carl, come on. That sounds like one of those crazy conspiracy theories.
No, Tonka, it's not. Think about the physics behind it, the way those towers fell. That was a controlled demolition, and there's more.
Well, I've always said don't trust the government, but this, even for me, sounds far-fetched, Carl.
Listen to me. It's not just about 9/11s. There's a group of beings who control the world. They're not human. They're reptilians.
Reptilians like lizard people? Carl, you're really overdoing it now.
I'm not overdoing it. They've infiltrated key positions and are manipulating everything. Politics, media, even our thoughts through chemtrails and fake news.
And you have evidence for this? Real evidence?
Of course I do. There are leaks and hints all over the internet. You just have to look closely.
The internet, Carl? The internet is full of lies and nonsense.
Not if you know where to look. I'm telling you, we need to wake up and see the truth. We're being controlled by these creatures, and 9/11 was just the beginning.
I think I'll stick to my cryptocurrencies and leave the reptilians to someone else.
You're all missing the point. This is about the bigger picture. It's about the secret societies, the Illuminati, the New World Order. They've been pulling the strings for centuries.
Secret societies? Now we're talking Illuminati? Carl, this is getting out of hand.
Out of hand? It's the reality we live in. Open your eyes. The signs are everywhere, in our currency, in our media. They're hiding in plain sight.
Well, I'll be. You really believe all this, don't you, Carl?
Believe it? I know it. And I won't stop until everyone sees the truth. These elites, they think they can control us, but we're waking up.
Waking up or falling deeper into a rabbit hole? Carl, you need to take a break from all this internet stuff.
A break? No chance. The moment you turn a blind eye, that's when they win. I won't let that happen, not on my watch.
But Carl, isn't it possible you're just seeing what you want to see? Conspiracy theories are a maze without an exit.
What I want to see? Will, open your eyes. It's all connected. The Illuminati, the Bilderberg Group, the Rothschilds, they're all part of this grand scheme.
Carl, that sounds like a movie plot. You really expect us to believe all this?
Yes, I do, because it's the truth. Look at the patterns, the symbols. It's all hidden in plain sight, the all-seeing eye, the pyramid. It's not just decoration.
Well, I ain't saying I believe all this, but it's intriguing. What else have you got, Carl?
Think about the global events. The financial crises, the wars, they're all orchestrated to keep us under control, to keep us in fear.
That's a pretty grim view of the world, Carl.
Grim but real, we're just pawns in their game, and the media, they're just puppets spreading propaganda.
This is getting a bit too much, even for me. Carl, how do you even live with all these beliefs?
Because I know I'm one of the few who sees the reality, and I have a duty to expose it.
And how do you plan to expose all this, Carl? You're just one man.
One man can make a difference. I'll keep spreading the word, keep digging for the truth. I won't rest until the world knows.
And what if you're wrong? What if it's all just theories?
I'm not wrong. I can't be. The evidence is there, you just have to be willing to see it.
Carl, I think you need to consider the possibility that you might be mistaken.
Mistaken? No, Tonka. It's the world that's mistaken. They're asleep and I'm awake, and I'll keep fighting to wake them up.
Well, I gotta say, it's a hell of a story. If it's true, it's the biggest one ever.
It is true, Earl, and one day everyone will see it. Until then, I'll keep fighting the good fight.
All right, folks, gather round. I've got news that's going to rocket us to the moon.
If it's another one of your crypto fantasies, Poe, I swear I'm out.
Not just fantasies, Carl. I invested all our flat money in bubble bucks. It's a sure thing.
You did what? Are you out of your mind, Poe?
Now, let the boy speak. This might be our ticket out of this surveillance hellhole.
Or a ticket to living under a bridge. You can't just gamble our rent money, Poe.
It's not gambling, it's strategizing. Bubble bucks is the future. Hodl, my friends, hodl.
I don't even know what hodl means, but this is madness.
I'm with Poe on this. We need to take risks. Plus, I don't trust banks anyway.
Risks? This is financial suicide. We need a plan to fix this, and fast.
Just wait and watch, Carl. We're going to be on top.
Or at the very bottom, I can't believe this is happening.
I'm going to start looking into a backup plan. We can't rely on this crypto craziness.
Let's give it some time, Carl. Poe's got a good head on his shoulders. Well, sometimes.
Trust me, guys, we're going to laugh about this all the way to the bank.
Or cry all the way to the shelter. This is a disaster waiting to happen.
You know what, Poe? I'm done. I'm calling the landlord, explaining the situation.
Carl, wait! The market could turn any second now.
Let him call. I doubt the landlord will kick us out on the street.
And what if he does, Earl? Where will we go then?
Tonka, Earl, trust me, I've done the research. Bubble bucks will bounce back.
Research? You mean those conspiracy forums? That's not research, Poe.
I say we wait it out. No guts, no glory.
This isn't about glory, Earl. It's about survival.
I know it's a big risk, but big risks lead to big rewards.
Or big disasters. I can't believe I'm part of this madness.
Carl, sometimes you gotta roll the dice.
Not with our lives, Earl. Not with our lives.
Y'all ain't gonna believe this, but when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I wrestled a gator and won.
That's nothing, Earl. As a kid, I fought squirrels in my backyard. They're alien spies, you know.
Alien spies? That's hogwash, Carl. But that gator, he was as big as a pickup truck.
Trust me, Earl. Those squirrels are gathering intel for the upcoming invasion.
Both of y'all are nuts. Squirrels, aliens, and gators as big as trucks?
Hey, I'm just here to make a sandwich. But Earl, how did you manage to fight a gator at 5?
I told you, I'm tough as nails. Jumped on its back and showed it who's boss.
While you were playing with gators, I was uncovering the truth about alien squirrels.
I can't deal with this nonsense. I'm out. You guys need a reality check.
Seriously though, Earl, did you really wrestle a gator?
As sure as the sky is blue, it was me or him, and I wasn't about to become gator lunch.
You might not believe in alien squirrels, Earl, but they believe in you.
All right, let me set the scene. There I was, in the swamp, just a young'un.
And let me guess, the squirrel mothership was landing nearby?
No mothership, Carl, just me, the gator, and my trusty pocket knife.
A pocket knife against a gator? You're braver than I thought.
Or crazier. I can't decide which.
Meanwhile, I was decoding messages from the squirrel overlord. They're planning something big.
Focus, Carl. This is about my heroic battle with the beast of the bayou.
I'm still trying to picture a 5-year-old wrestling a gator.
And I'm still trying to picture Carl decoding squirrel chatter.
So there I was, staring into the eyes of this monstrous gator.
And the squirrels were watching, waiting for their moment to strike.
It lunged at me, jaws wide open, but I was quicker.
Quicker than a gator? That's hard to believe?
Everything in this kitchen is hard to believe.
The squirrels never lunged at me. They know I'm onto them.
I dodged its bite, grabbed its tail, and wrestled it into submission.
That's one wild story, Earl.
Wild? More like a fairy tale.
Not as wild as the coming squirrel apocalypse. Mark my words.
And that's how I earned the title Gator Slayer back in Alabama.
And I shall be known as the Squirrel Sentinel.
I think I'll stick to trading bubble bucks.
And I'll stick to reality, thank you very much.
Seriously, Tonka? Roblox is for kids. Fortnite is where the real action is.
You're just scared of the creativity in Roblox, Will. Fortnite is just mindless shooting.
Mindless? It takes skill and strategy, something you wouldn't understand.
Please, building a blocky tower is not what I call creativity.
Y'all need to get some real hobbies like bear fighting or alligator wrestling.
Earl, not everyone is as outdoorsy as you.
Yeah, some of us prefer the digital world.
Digital world? More like digital daycare.
Hey, Fortnite is a serious game.
Serious? It's a cartoon.
Cartoons? When I was young, we wrestled gators for fun.
Well, times have changed, Earl.
Exactly. It's about strategy and intellect now.
Intellect? In a video game? That's the funniest thing I heard all day.
You wouldn't last a minute in a Fortnite match, Earl.
Nor in a Roblox challenge.
I'd rather wrestle a bear.
To each their own, I guess.
Yeah, back to Roblox for me.
And Fortnite for me. Let's see who wins more.
Y'all are hopeless.
Tonka, your Roblox obsession is just a childish escape. Grow up!
Childish, look at you playing Fortnite like a wannabe teenager.
Both of you sound like kids arguing over candy.
This is about more than games, Earl. It's about skill.
Skill? In Fortnite? That's laughable.
Y'all ever tried doing something real, like hunting?
Virtual hunting counts.
In your dreams, Will.
You know what, Tonka? Let's settle this. A Fortnite versus Roblox face-off.
You're on, Will. Prepare to lose.
I'll judge. The loser has to go alligator wrestling with me.
Deal. But when I win, you're playing Fortnite, Earl.
And when I win, you're joining me in Roblox, Will.
All right, let's see the showdown.
It's game time.
Bring it on!
May the best gamer win.
I'm dominating, Tonka. Fortnite for the win.
Not so fast, Will. My Roblox skills are unmatched.
This is more entertaining than I thought.
Victory is mine!
Wait, I'm making a comeback.
Y'all are equally pathetic at this.
Looks like we're tied, Tonka.
A tie? That means...
Time for some alligator wrestling.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
I blame you, Will.
Let's go, City Slickers. Time to meet some real action. Dagnabbit! I can't believe that sneaky weasel of a brother of mine. I had dibs on Cousin Maybelline, fair and square.
Earl, calm down, man. What happened? You're madder than a wet hen.
That no-good brother of mine, he went behind my back and got cozy with Maybelline after I specifically called dibs.
That's a low blow, even for family, but you know, Earl, dibs ain't exactly legally binding.
In the Dawson family, dibs are sacred, Carl. It's a gentleman's agreement. He broke the bro code.
Well, Earl, in most parts of the world, fighting over cousins ain't exactly normal.
You ain't getting it, Carl. It's about trust. It's about family honor. Now I gotta figure out how to deal with that backstabber.
Maybe you should just let it go, man. There's plenty of fish in the sea, and I don't mean just your family pond.
Let it go? Carl, this is about principle. And besides, Maybelline's got the best moonshine recipe in the county.
Moonshine, really? I thought this was about love and honor.
Well, that too, but mostly the moonshine and the principle, of course. Anyway, I gotta come up with a plan. I can't let him get away with this.
A plan? Like what? Challenging him to a duel at dawn with corncob holders?
Don't be ridiculous, Carl. We use fishing rods in the Dawson family. It's more dignified.
Right, because there's nothing more dignified than two grown men dueling with fishing rods over a cousin.
You're darn tootin'. It's about honor, Carl. You wouldn't understand being all city-fied and such.
I think I'll stick to my city ways, thank you very much. Less risk of getting hooked in the ear.
Suit yourself, but I ain't letting this slide. A Dawson always settles his scores.
Just remember, Earl, family gatherings are awkward enough without adding dueling scars to the mix.
Family gatherings, please. We're Dawsons. We thrive on awkward. It's like our family motto.
Well, good luck with your family tradition. I'll be here, staying as far away from fishing rods as possible.
You're lost, Carl. You could have witnessed a grand old Dawson tradition.
I'll pass. I prefer my family traditions with less potential for bodily harm.
But you know what, Carl? This ain't just about Maybelline or the moonshine. It's about respect.
Respect? In your family, that seems to involve a lot of yelling and fishing rod duels.
Exactly. It's a proud tradition. You show your worth by how loud you can yell and how well you can duel.
Well, I guess every family has its quirks. Some bake pies, others duel with fishing rods.
And let's not forget the moonshine. A good batch of moonshine can settle most disputes in our family.
So, what are you going to do? Brew a peace-offering batch of moonshine for your brother?
Heck no! I'm gonna brew the strongest batch ever, knock his socks off, and then challenge him to a duel.
I can't tell if you're a genius or just plain crazy.
A little bit of both, Carl. A little bit of both. That's the Dawson way.
This is serious, Earl. Someone planted a camera in my bedroom.
You know, Carl, it's probably them government folks. They're always sneaking around.
Government? No way, Earl. I'm thinking it's one of you pranking me.
Nah, Carl, it's bigger than a prank. The eyes and ears of the state, I tell you.
This is insane. I need to figure out who's doing this.
Good luck with that. The deep state's deeper than a black hole, Carl.
I'm not giving up. There's no privacy left. Someone's invading my life.
That's the world we live in, Carl. Big Brother's watching.
I'm tearing this place apart. There must be more cameras.
Be careful, Carl. You start looking, you might not like what you find.
I'm beyond caring, Earl. I want the truth.
The truth, Carl, the truth is like a gator in a swamp. It'll drag you under.
I'm setting traps, cameras, sensors, you name it.
Fighting fire with fire? Watch out, Carl. You're playing a dangerous game.
I don't care. I'm tired of being watched and not knowing who's watching.
Just remember, Carl, once you start this war, there's no turning back.
I'm ready. Let them come. I'll be waiting.
Brave words, Carl. Just don't lose yourself in this madness.
It's too late for caution. I'm on the hunt now.
All right, Carl, but be wary. Sometimes the hunter becomes the hunted.
I'm telling y'all, it's as clear as day. The Chinese government's orchestrating a conspiracy against us. They're everywhere, in our phones, in our toasters.
I reckon you're onto something, Carl. Just like Trump said, we can't let China take advantage of us anymore. Gotta watch our backs.
Oh, please, you guys are paranoid. What's next? Aliens in our cereal boxes?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, Tonka. Maybe the aliens are using the Chinese tech to spy on our Bubble Bucks transactions.
Exactly, Will. It's all connected. The Chinese, the aliens, the government, we're just pawns in their game.
You guys are nuts. I'm gonna make some coffee. Anyone wants?
Sure, make mine as strong as American spirit, but back to Carl's point. We need to spread the word. The people must know.
I'll post about it on my crypto forums. The community needs to be aware.
Great idea, Will. We can use the power of the internet to unveil the truth.
I can't believe I live with you conspiracy nuts. I'm going to work. Don't start World War III while I'm gone.
Don't worry, Tonka. If it starts, we'll be the first to know, thanks to Carl here.
Remember, folks, stay vigilant. They're always watching.
Speaking of watching, did anyone notice the weird van parked outside for the last 3 days?
A van? That's how they do it. Disguise their surveillance in plain sight. I knew it.
It's probably just a plumber's van, you lunatics.
No, Will's got a point. I've seen those vans before. They sit there looking all innocent, but they're full of gear, spying on us.
We should investigate. Gather some evidence. Show the world what's really going on.
I'm in, let's do it tonight. We can live stream it to my followers.
Are you guys serious? You're going to break into a van because of some paranoid fantasy?
It's not fantasy, it's reality, and we're going to prove it.
Count me in, Carl. We'll expose them all.
We'll need to be stealthy. Can't let them know we're onto them.
This is insane. I'm going to call the landlord about this.
No, that could alert them. We need the element of surprise.
Right, we'll go in under the cover of darkness. Cameras, mics, everything we need to catch them red-handed.
Let's meet up after dark. Plan our approach. This is big, guys. Really big.
I can't believe this. You're all going to get arrested, or worse.
It's a risk we're willing to take for truth, for freedom.
Amen to that, brother.
To the moon, guys. This is our moment.
Well, I'm out. Don't drag me into your mess.
I'm telling you, Earl, that mailman's up to no good. Why else would he be here every single day?
You're darn right, Carl. Reminds me of Nam. We had ways of making him talk.
Exactly. He's probably reporting every move we make.
Guys, he's just delivering mail. That's his job, you know?
That's what they want you to think, Will. But I know better. We need a plan.
A plan to expose him, yeah. Can't let him compromise our operations.
Operations? We're just regular folks in a house, man. You're being paranoid.
Paranoid? No, I'm prepared. In Nam, we couldn't afford to take any chances.
Right, so tomorrow we confront him, ask some real tough questions.
Or, just get your mail and say thanks.
No way, Will. This is serious. It's about our safety, our freedom.
Exactly. No one messes with our freedom. Tomorrow we act.
You guys are overreacting. It's just mail.
You're too naive, Will. The world's not all sunshine and rainbows.
We've got to be vigilant. The enemy is always watching, always waiting.
Enemy? He's a mailman, Carl. You guys are losing it.
Better to lose it than to be caught off guard. We'll be ready for him.
Yeah, we'll show him. No one can outsmart Carl Dawson and Earl Dalton.
This is crazy talk. You're going to scare the poor guy off.
If he's innocent, he's got nothing to fear. But if he's a spy...
Then he's in for a rude awakening. We'll expose his true intentions.
Or end up on some government watch list for harassing the mailman.
A small price to pay for truth and justice, Will.
Exactly. Tomorrow's the day we find out what's really going on.
Can y'all believe this? Another mushy love letter, and it's anonymous again.
Maybe it's the government sending you love notes. They're always watching, you know.
Shoot, if it was me, I'd sign it with pride. Ain't no shame in courting a fine lady.
Love letters. In this economy, should be investing in crypto, not romance.
It's creepy, okay? Someone's messing with me, and I don't like it.
That's how they start. First love letters, then mind control. It's all a conspiracy.
Mind control, more like heart control, am I right, huh?
Seriously, though, you think it's one of us? 'Cause my love language is digital currency, not words.
I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna find out, and when I do,
Expose them. Like I expose the truth, it's all connected.
Well, whoever it is, they got good taste. Gotta give 'em that.
If they're really into you, they should at least send Bitcoin, not letters.
this isn't funny. I'm being stalked by a secret admirer.
Or a secret society. Wake up, people.
All this talk's making me hungry. Anyone want grits?
Grits. What about the moon? Let's talk investments, not breakfast.
Forget grits and crypto. I need to figure this out.
The truth is out there, Tonka, and it's weirder than fiction.
Weirder than fiction? You ain't seen my Uncle Jeb's taxidermy collection.
Taxidermy? That's bearish. You know what's bullish? Bubble bucks.
I'm going to get to the bottom of this with or without your help.
Count me in. I never miss a chance to uncover a mystery.
Mystery or not, I'm still hungry. I'm making grits.
And I'm checking my crypto portfolio. Priorities, people.
You guys are impossible. I'm going to set a trap. Next time they try to drop a letter, they'll get a surprise.
A trap, like a net or maybe a truth serum? That's how you catch those sneaky government spies.
A net? Ha! This ain't a cartoon, Carl. Just use a camera.
Or track them with blockchain technology. Trace it back to the source.
You're not taking this seriously. This could be a stalker.
Exactly. That's why we need to go full spy mode on this.
I got a hunting camera. We can set it up in the hallway.
And I'll set up a crypto alert. Any unusual transactions, we'll know.
Fine, let's do this. But if this goes south, I'm blaming you guys.
It's a plan. The truth will be exposed.
And if it's a secret admirer, reckon I could give 'em some tips on courtin'.
Or investing. Romance is temporary. Bubble bucks are forever.
The camera's set. Now we wait.
The anticipation is like waiting for an alien disclosure. It's intense.
Y'all think it's someone from outside or one of us?
My money's on an external actor, but in crypto, always expect the unexpected.
It's been hours and nothing. This is getting ridiculous.
Patience, Tonka. The biggest conspiracies take time to unravel.
Speak for yourself. I ain't got all day for this mystery lover to show up.
Let's analyze the data we have, patterns, habits, anything.
Wait, there's someone at the door.
This is it, the moment of truth.
Get ready, y'all. We might need to do some Southern-style negotiating.
I've got my phone ready to record everything for evidence and, well, crypto.
It's just the mailman with more letters.
Or so it seems. Maybe he's a government agent in disguise.
A mailman? That's the oldest trick in the book.
Or a clever diversion. The real admirer is still out there.
These letters, they're not for me. They're for Carl.
For me, but why? I'm too busy exposing truths for romance.
Looks like the conspiracy just took a personal turn, buddy.
Plot twist. The crypto markets couldn't have predicted this.
So, Carl, got any secret admirers you're not telling us about?
The only love affair I have is with the truth. But this changes everything.
Well, ain't this a hoot? Carl, the conspiracy king, has got a secret admirer.
Guess even the most mysterious of us can't escape the lure of romance. Or is it a lure?
Enough, Carl. We need to figure this out, for your safety and ours.
Agreed. It's time to dig deeper. The mystery deepens and so does our resolve.